Hey guys, Joe here. As you know, I sometimes do a stupid opening or a funny opening to my videos, but I'm not going to do that here because if I did, it wouldn't fit in with the purpose of this video. This is the third of 3 videos that I did involving a thermal take case and trying to build something for a buddy. I say buddy, he was more of an acquaintance. That's now on my do not fly list because he brought me some of the parts and I put his computer together and he screwed me over, and I don't know why, but it's not monetizing that video, so it's not being put into anybody's suggestions or anything, but you can check it out up here and see what happened after I built the computer. And I needed something thrown together real quick because I still need a board for my i7, and I threw this together out of parts, literally spare parts. That's why I'm calling it Frankenputer. This is parts of other dead computers that have been pieced together and turned into a running computer. So go ahead and check it out. Let me know what you think. And here we go. I was left with a bare empty case, and I needed to throw something together because reasons. I'm not going to go into it. You don't need to know about it. But the fact of the matter is I needed a computer real quick that I could do some editing on, and I threw this thing together. This is an old Dell Optiplex 990 board with a i3-2120 piece of crap, quad core, whatever, or excuse me, dual core with hyper-threading, right? Yeah, anyway. Dual core, quad core, dual core, quad core, UMA, Oprah. Anyways, I threw that together just so I could have a YouTube machine and something to watch videos on. And I reused a bunch of the parts, such as the power supply and my original H60 and his Master Cooler 120, which is a not really good radiator because those pipes are so damn small when you compare them to the H60, the Master Cooler. Now, you're probably wondering why are there 2 separate AIOs on there, and you're probably also wondering why it's so loud. It's so loud because I have to use a separate fan controller because this board is one of those proprietary Dell boards, and I did not have a connector for the front panel header or any additional fan headers on here. If you look at the board, it really only has one fan for the CPU, and then I think it has a proprietary style one somewhere in here that I broke off because I was being pissy. Seems to be a theme lately. I get pissy and I break stuff. Oh well. But I went ahead and used this fan controller, which obviously is not attached because this is not a permanent solution, mind you, and I just have it hardwired into all the different pumps and fans that are currently attached. So yeah, I can control speeds, of course. If I need to, I can, I don't know if you can hear that. So I can lower it down, but I tend not to because I'm kind of killing all these components except for the RAM and the 2 coolers by doing it this way because I have it overclocked. So I'm going to turn those back up to about half for now. This is a good solution. Obviously there are better ones out there. This one was just one that was on sale at Micro Center. So use your best judgment when you go out shopping, but I needed one that could run at least 4, so now I have 5. I'm sure you've noticed the janky way I'm doing things, like running the CPU power cord over here because it doesn't reach going the other way. I've also got what appear to be zip ties holding that cooler on. And for those of you that noticed it, gold star, yes, those are zip ties holding that cooler onto the system. Now I will point out that they actually work quite well. This is at idle. I did have to underclock the memory on this card because this card, again, I've got it so screwed with that it's going to die soon. But I did get an extra 100 megahertz out of the core clock, so it does run at 1 gigahertz for now. Yeah, so that's kind of janky as hell. I'm pretty sure I blew out that 16 slot because since I don't have anything securing the card to it, when I moved my monitor, I actually pulled the card out of that slot while it was on. I heard a electrical noise and that one stopped working, so. But yeah, that's what I call Frankenputer. Frankenputer. It's doing a good enough job. I can play some games. I can run Fallout 4, believe it or not. I can, because that's a 3.3 gigahertz processor and it's overclocked right now. About 200 megahertz. That's all I could get out of it. But it doesn't run hot, so that's good.
Plans for the future, don't know.
So yeah, that was it. It's nothing fancy, nothing special, but it runs. It does what I need it to do for now, and I will upgrade it after the holidays, after the silly time. And yeah, I'm not too concerned about it as long as it keeps working. Literally, I have an i7 processor just sitting in a board with some bent pins, so I have to get a new motherboard. Once I do that, then I'll be back up and running with the i7. It's an 1156 socket, so it's an older one, much older processor, but overclocked. It actually did really well, so I need to get a good board for it. Unfortunately, a good 1156 board, as I'm sure many of you know, can run anywhere from $100 to $200. So I'm just waiting for a good deal on one to come in, and then I can build a computer that will actually be competitive with a lot of current i5s. So for much less, by the way. If you have any comments, leave those down below. If you have any questions, leave those down below. Don't forget to subscribe over here. Become a Patreon, and if you become a Patreon and I use those funds to build a new computer, you will get some input into that. Click over here for some other videos, and don't forget to become a subscriber or follower on my social media. That's Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. And I'm going to go ahead and set up my Instagram probably today or tomorrow. Yeah, other than that, we'll talk to you later.